Hello, good evening, and good welcome to Xbox Tavern's X-Pod Tavern episode 159th, I think it is this week. I'm Jamie, and we've just got off watching the Xbox Showcase, which you can go on to youtube.com/Xbox Tavern Official and watch along with us. We had a great time watching the show and the games revealed. And joining me doing so, and joining me right now is Scott Ross. Come on in, Scott Ross.
Hello!
We had a great time watching that show. We'll get more into it very shortly, but quick rating out of 10 for us.
7.9.
7.9, nice. That's a good rating if ever there was one. It was a good show. There was lots of decent games shown, lots of far out dates. We'll get into it in a little bit more in just a moment or two. But overall, good stuff. We're also now joined by a slightly soberer MPV Graham.
Oh, massively sober. But yeah,
we took it easy this year. We didn't go too crazy with things, but we're slowly working our way through our beers and the rums we've got going on. MPV Graham, how are you?
I am fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm spiffing. I know we spoke briefly before we started. You got a chance to watch a little bit of the showcase.
I did.
Do you feel confident giving it a quick rating?
Yeah, I mean, I'll go slightly less than Ross because it was very blop heavy, which isn't my bag. So, but there were some bits I liked, and there was too many teasers. But we'll get to that bit. So I'll probably say more of a 7.2.
7.2. Very specific numbers from you two. I'm enjoying this. Obviously, we're sticking with the Xbox Tavern scoring system, which you can read on xboxtavern.com, including all of our wonderful reviews that are already up.
Because unlike Xbox Showcase, we like to be specific in when we say things are fucking happening.
Exactly, rather than just being, yeah, it's coming at some point.
Hey, 6 months left of the year. Games aren't going to launch the same month of Blop, so October's at the bit. So you've got 5 months to launch games. But basically what we're saying, it's coming in 2024. You've got 5 months to pick from. Just fucking drop about. Just say a month. Just say a fucking month.
Yeah, a month, or better yet, a specific date. But lots of games that we didn't get specific dates for. Lots of games have got 2025, and a few games have got fuck all completely. But some decent trailers. We're not going to go through individual trailers like one by one here. You can go back and watch our reactions for that. But we'll stick to some highlights, I think, for now. And I'm going to go to Ross first.
Yes, sir.
Let's go for your top tier. What was your favourite part of the show?
To break out the old book. The one that definitely caught my eye the most, which although it's maybe not a game style that I'm going to be particularly good at, Flintlock Siege of Dawn looked incredible.
It did indeed.
It did look awesome,
despite the Souls-like.
Yes, I was fully 110% committed to that game, and the Souls-like part has probably knocked me down to about a 98. So I'm still super high on it, but I just realised it's going to be a bit of a slog to get through it, even though it looks incredible. Expedition 33 was another one that was right up there for me. I know you didn't like the turn-based style of that.
Yeah,
but
that took me out completely. But the style of it, like you said, was fantastic.
South of Midnight we've seen before, but again, I think we were both very high up on that. The one that caught me by surprise in regards to how nice it looked was Perfect Dark. We've heard so many horror stories about what Perfect Dark's sitting like, and then having seen actual gameplay of it as well, it wasn't just CGI. That's convinced me that they're actually on the ball and they know what they're talking about for it. And
hang on. Linger on Perfect Dark for a second.
Yes. The what was the person? I can't remember the person's name. The person that was trying to get into your head that you were looking to hunt down. We've got doops. But it definitely surprised me as to how polished it's looking, especially for the fact that it is. Yeah. We've seen how the game plays. We've not just had like cutscenes or CGI gameplay. We've seen a mission essentially, and the whole part of the mission that we've seen looked really good. One of the things I was passing comment when we were doing the live stream there is you mentioned it during Doom. One of the best things is like when a gun feels heavy or it's got like a bit behind it, and when she fires her pistol, it had like a bit of weight behind it, which made me think, oh, that's nice. I like it when there's like proper like thuds when it's like a heavy pistol type idea.
Yeah, a bit of a solid impactful
Bit more
feel
recoil.
rather than
Yeah,
it just be like pew, pew,
pistol.
pew, pew. It's like,
Yeah, it's got a bit of something behind it.
Yeah.
Whose fan sounds like it's about to take off?
Oh, that's the washing machine in the back.
Oh, I was going to say, I was like, what the? Jeez, laptop didn't do this during the show.
Can say absolutely not me, not this time.
But
Yeah,
as
it
we're
looks cool.
as we're looking at some of it, obviously you've got your abilities by the looks of it in the bottom corner that you've got. There's gadgets and stuff. Curious to see what the play on this bit here is, obviously, because you work for this a company. I don't know if you call it a company, whatever it would be. That
Bit of a
is,
shadow organization, perhaps.
well, organization, yeah, that's obviously saying stop Carrington's attack. But then when you get, as you'll see in the trailer, into like his base of operations, he gets like, you must have like an implant in your head. He gets into that and tries to convince you that you would do well for his organization. So I don't know if you're going to have like a rogue aspect to it or if you're going to have like double agent style.
Yeah.
But certainly, I think the biggest redeeming quality is we had a lot of negativity about this game going into this show and how horribly broken it was and where it was nowhere near release. Looking at this is a 6 to 9 month window, I would say, based on what we're seeing. I would say you could see this game by the end of the year.
And that's the thing, like, we haven't seen it since it was originally revealed with a CG trailer 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And now they come out with this. I mean, again, we'll need to watch it a few times, I think, but it blew me away. It looks like what I would expect a Perfect Dark game to be. Not Perfect Dark Zero, because that was shit.
Nobody talks
The
about
original Perfect Dark, and obviously, coming off of GoldenEye and stuff like that. This looks like a proper, decent, modern first-person shooter. Excuse me, with stealth aspects, action, and it just looks great. I thoroughly enjoyed this trailer. It completely won me over. Graham,
You lost me at stealth. But,
of course.
no, graphically it does look impressive, and so there's a lot of bit of free running involved in there. So it's not just a straight out shooter too. There's a few different elements to the game.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, graphically it looks quite stunning and yeah, intriguing probably to play. But yeah, it doesn't seem like my kind of game. Too much cautious behavior and the stealth behavior and taking things tactfully.
you love a bit of stealth, though, don't you?
No.
And just rounding out my list, and I will leave a very obvious omission. Get off the screen, Jay. Get off the screen.
I'm trying to hide it. Hang on. Hide. There we go. Right.
I will leave a certain game till Jay's turn so that we can all see Jay's desk get knocked flying. But I'll finish my list off saying Age of Mythology. You'll have seen when I watched the show, as soon as I sort of realised that's what was coming, I was fucking bigged up on that. I love your RTS games, and Age of Mythology is one of my favourite because it gives you the benefit of the whole Age of Empires games, but adding in a mythological aspect to it just takes it up another level for me. So that would probably be the ones. Obviously, there's some amazing looking games there. Some of the more big hitters you might have mentioned, but the ones that have sort of stood out to me as ones that I maybe never expected were the ones I sort of just mentioned there.
Yeah, so awesome games. I want to give a quick shout out to South of Midnight. That looked incredible.
That is going to be awesome.
The art style was tremendous already, but then they actually showed us gameplay this time and some action heavy.
I like
the combat,
the type idea as well. The traversal looked cool,
and the traversal through the wind gusts, as it were, and then the massive alligator tree thing that was coming after you when you rang the bell. Looks really cool. Really excited to play that. 2025, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, another one that was a wee bit further back.
Yeah, a long way out, but obviously day one to Game Pass. I'm going to jump in, obviously, as I had it just a moment ago. The show closer. I mean, as soon as she was teasing it and we got the red wolf from here, I was like, there's no way this isn't Gears. And it says in-engine footage, obviously not in-game footage, but in-engine, Unreal 5. You get a bit of a younger Marcus Phoenix coming, smashing through the wall, fighting a locust. And immediately I was like, I'm in, give me more Gears. And then it just gets better and better as the trailer goes on. it's a prequel E-Day. It's called Gears of War E-Day. Obviously set around the Emergence Day event itself. You'll see that by the time we get to the end of the trailer, as well as a reappearance of Graham's favorite character in video games outside of Kenny from The Walking Dead, Dom Santiago.
Santiago.
Maybe that will explain how he got so annoyingly miserable in the next one's on.
I mean, his wife's dead, Gray.
His wife goes fucking.
So did Max Payne's, but he's getting a stupid smug grin on his face.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's only a pre-rendered examples trailer, for example, but it looks fucking. I love Gears of War, and I can't wait to play whatever this is. No date, no even tease of a 2025 or whatever release date, but I'm very excited for more Gears. I'm a bit shocked it's not Gears of War 6. I figured we would be carrying on the story in terms of, where Gears 5 left off, because it left it on a massive cliffhanger. But if this is like an interim game, perhaps, where we get Gears 6 a bit, shortly after this, I'll be happy with that. There he is, Gray. Look at that. Bit of Dom. Look at his big muscly arms saving Marcus there from falling to his doom. Hands him back his bandana. Look how happy he is. He's so happy. His wife's still alive.
Yeah.
He loves things. He loves life.
They had to do something to try and endear him. It's like, oh god, everyone has to deal with Dom again. Make him save his life. It's like, oh fine, because
outrageous.
We'll put up for him for a game just because he's
outrageous. Dom, he sacrificed for us. He died for our sins.
Not as many as Carbine. There's about 12 of those that died.
Yeah, fucking Carbine's mum just fucking popped him out left, right, and centre.
If anything, sacrificed is that guy.
I can't remember the Gears of War 3 Carmine survived. So let's just hold fire. The rest of them died, horrible deaths, but I'm pretty sure the Gears of War 3. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Gears of War E-Day looks very, very exciting indeed. Graham, do you want to have a quick top pick of the things you managed to catch?
I did. I was quite glad that Ross mentioned those first two to start with, because those are the two that I thought were impressive as well. I just couldn't remember their names. So Operation 33 was one of them. I knew it was 33, but I couldn't remember what the bit before it was. And I still can't remember what you said again for the one before that. The Souls kind of like
Flintlock Siege of Dawn.
Yeah, it's not exactly a memorable name, but yeah,
no.
That one. So they both look pretty decent. And the other one I thought looked okay. I'm not sure if it was just the way it was displayed, but I've forgotten the name of that one now. The one that I said that like Beyond Good and Evil.
Life is Strange.
No, it wasn't.
No.
What was that one? It was one with the giant alligator with that weird director that tried
South
to
of Midnight.
South of Midnight.
South of Midnight, yeah.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, just when you say Life is Beyond Good and Evil, it sort of threw me off there. Yeah.
Yeah, it looked a little bit like that, but I mean that artistical style looked good, but I don't know if it was just the way that my Xbox was playing it, but it just looked like it was stuttery at times. But
the whole art style is like a stuttery.
Yeah, it was like a stop motion type idea.
It's like stop motion type thing. It looks incredible.
It's making it's constantly pausing, like it's in buffering mode. It was just
it's like a proper, almost like hand animated, like Wallace and Gromit style.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like every other frame or every third frame or whatever. I don't know the technical term, but yeah, it looks incredible.
It does look incredible.
The game looked a lot of fun as well in terms of the combat and the traversal and all that sort of stuff.
But those ones, they were quite impressive. For some reason that Diablo 4 advert bit that trailer bit they showed, that was immensely sort of. I've never seen graphics quite like it.
What did I say to you during the show, Jay?
Yeah, it's something that you should be into, and it looks incredible. You just can't get into it.
I just can't get it. Like visually, and the storyline behind it is like a fucking penalty kick with no goalkeeper, but something about it just doesn't gravitate to me.
But yeah, graphically, that was amazing. That's like one of the closest almost real life you've ever seen with the faces when they start doing her towards the end. Yeah, that was.
Did you do what Ross did when her arms split open and wince?
Oh, that was fucking horrible.
No, I had to quickly look around to make sure my girls weren't watching.
Yeah, it was brutal as fuck.
It was very vicious.
Decidedly grim, but yeah, just graphically, that was something else. Clearly that's not the in-game footage, but it's that piece is incredible.
Yeah,
and
that's coming. What, October was it? I think I said.
Yeah, I think that was coming in October as well. And the Doom, I thought Doom looked pretty decent as well. Sort of bringing it back to sort of medieval weapons of the spinning shield and stuff like that.
Yeah. Again, that was another one that me and Jay both said. It looks incredible. That shield looked awesome. Everything about that trailer looked amazing.
Yeah.
It just can't get on with that game.
No, I don't think I gave the Doom before that a fair crack, but it's so more fast paced than kind of what it was. I mean, I know the other ones are supposed to be played quite quickly, but it's almost like you don't stop. It's almost like full blood. It's like playing Crank in real life.
Absolute
just
constant fucking carnage. Yeah.
I think
sorry.
that's a bit.
We're big.
Yeah, I think that would be my struggle with it. Is just the fact it's just a lot of non-stop action. But it's just the weapons in that thing just looks pretty decent. Sort of hitting him with a flail and then just pulling himself towards.
Yeah, it's sort of like the combinations looked incredible in that game.
Yeah.
Skip it forward a bit. Let's get to the actual gameplay here.
The other one that just while Jay's hunting around looking for it, the other one that I thought looked really good, but again falls under the Souls-like banner was that Wu Chang.
I thought that was
like the Oriental style one. Wasn't
it? We both called it like in the middle. Like as soon as we started seeing the animations in the boss battle, it was like, oh yeah, that's a Souls-like. By fucking no doubt, that's a Souls-like.
Yeah, see, I would have been interested in that, but Wulong completely KO'd that for me.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I know Gray had mentioned Wulong, and I'm pretty sure he said it fucking killed him.
Oh, it's just unnecessarily difficult. There's no, I mean, I understand the Souls game is not supposed to be easy, but when there's more roly-poly and sideways than actual fighting, and you're not for very little progress, it's like I don't want to fight a boss for like 20 minutes roly-poly and then slapping him in the ass. It's just that's not fun for me. And it's annoying because graphically it looked amazing, and I'm sure there was more to that game. But if you can't get past that bit without doing 20 minutes of slap and roll, then you're never going to experience the rest of the game. So more for them. But yeah, that other one that you met, no, that was the Operation 33, the turn-based one, wasn't it?
Yes.
So that looked like it was a lot of reaction-based turn-based, which is something that I like, where you can like jump and counter-attack. So did you show it that it was a press button reaction, or whether they were automatic reactions?
Jay was all up on that until he seen as soon as the main combat picture came up, he then checked out.
Yeah, well, Jay's never been a fan of kind of turn-based, even though he played the Yakuza game that was kind of turn-based.
Yeah, but the more recent Yakuza game, the Infinite Wealth, was more. It was turn-based, but it was a bit more involved than just standing there and picking stuff from a menu.
But this looks like it's involved as well. This looks like there's a lot more reaction styles. So, but yeah, I quite like that. I mean, once again, graphically, artistically, this looks quite good. The story looks like it's going to be quite impressive too. And it was just, developing the turn-based from being just that monotonous thing that you hate is not the easiest thing to try and achieve. And Final Fantasy, I think it was 13, went the complete wrong way with it to making it completely autonomous, and that just made it even worse and more boring in my eyes. Whereas, like what you said with Infinite Wealth, making it a bit more an interactive kind of turn-based, something that can potentially work. And so
something where you can move around and you can what's the right word? Influence like the outcome rather than you being stuck in a position. You can move, and the closer you get, the different attacks you can do, or the more damage you'll do, or blah blah blah. That's what I enjoyed about Infinite Wealth.
Yeah, well, that does look like they're semi-static there, but it just there's a lot more timing involved in it, and sort of pressing things to react to things, which looks like it's a bit more involved in it. So it's something I can see myself kind of getting in on and enjoying. Yeah,
and it looks really good as well. Like in terms of visually, it looks pretty fucking stunning. And it's I mean, it coming Game Pass, I believe it said. If I'm not mistaken. I think pretty much everything
said that.
Game Pass. Day one, which is very exciting indeed. There was loads of games shown. I mean, the Fable trailer. I'll try.
I was about to get to that.
That was pretty cool as well.
The little bits of kind of gameplay they hinted at, so that was kind of impressive. Not sure about that guy. Who is it supposed to be? Someone in particular? Because I didn't quite catch who it was voice-wise. Or you're on mute, Ross.
We thought it was. What did we say it was?
Ross, I can't hear you. I don't
know. Sorry, no Fielding. I thought it was a guy for Mighty Bush. It might not have been. What was this guy's name called again?
Humphrey, wasn't it?
Humphrey. Hold on, I'll find it now.
It did sound like Noel Fielding. It didn't look anything like him, obviously, but it did sound like Noel Fielding. And yeah, I mean, we got a bit more look at the gameplay. We got obviously a lot more exposition in terms of what this character's all about and sort of pre-rendered in-game footage, as it were.
But they
yeah, I
talked
mean,
about the key things, the choices. That's kind of what you wanted. This sort of exciting, kind of reactive world around you, and the sort of the bizarreness, the quirkiness. As long as it has all that and the various different choices, then yeah, that's kind of what you want.
So no, sorry, it was Matt King.
Okay.
Whoever that
he
is.
sounds very much like Noel Fielding. They would like heavily hinting that he was training whoever this hero is that we're playing as. But then she appeared at the end and saying she's returned. So it seems like there's more to it. Like he's trained another hero who's now gone rogue or evil or what have you. And you're playing the one that's come up to fight them. I mean, it looks great. We love a bit of Fable, and Playground seem to be doing a decent job of capturing the British humour of it all. I wonder if there's a John Cleese cameo in there somewhere. There's got to be somewhere, surely. But yeah, looks fucking tremendous. But again, 2025, no date specific. We got a while to wait.
Treyguard, bring him back.
Yeah, bring them all back. Get all the classic British comedian actors.
And Stephen Fry as well, wasn't it?
Stephen Fry was in the second one as well as the third one, I think. Definitely the third one. But yeah, it looks awesome.
Yeah,
we just need more of it. Really, we need to actually get our hands on it.
That's a 2025, didn't it? That's the next year.
Yeah.
So that's definitely
much like most games. Yeah, definitely. One other game I want to give a quick shout out to, which Ross has already. I can feel him going. Why are you even talking about it again? You know it's coming, Ross. What's coming up?
Life is
Here it
Strange.
comes. Damn right, baby. Oh, I was so excited to see this. It looks awesome.
About 5 others.
Yeah, I love Life is Strange. Like I said, I haven't played the second season, but every other game I played, and they're all tremendous. And the fact that we're going back to Max Caulfield, I don't know where Chloe's gone. Hopefully she'll appear, but she's using the time manipulation powers to traverse 2 timelines in this one, rather than just being able to rewind time like in the first game. And I am very happy to see Life is Strange back. I fucking love Life is Strange. It's tremendous. True Colors, which was the last one. I thought it was fucking brilliant. One of my favorite games I played that year, even though I played it way after the fact because it was on Game Pass.
And that's why you like it, because she's wearing a beanie.
She is wearing a beanie, which I mean, naturally,
right now.
I mean, true. It's literally the same colours I'm wearing right now. Obviously, beanies for the win. She's taken it off there, which is a bit disappointing, but I'll let her off because she's got it back on for most of the scenes. Yeah, really, really excited about Life is Strange, new one, and it's coming this year as well. End of November, I think it was, by the time we get into the trailer. I'm very excited to see more Life is Strange indeed. Anyone else Life is Strange? I know Ross isn't. Graham,
not even touched it. I think I briefly touched the first one. Wasn't there something to do with a school or something?
It was Max and Chloe getting through high school and then trying to save their town because shit was going down. There was various other interpersonal relationships. There was a missing person we got to explore more in Life is Strange Before the Storm and stuff. End of October, even better. Very, very, very excited about that indeed. That was definitely a massive highlight for me in terms of the game showcase.
I just saw Dragon Age. I did see that as well. That looked
Dragon Age indeed, yeah.
There's a lot of different sort of characters still.
That sort of put me off a bit.
Why?
Yeah, so to you guys, while I bring up the trailer, discuss between yourselves what happened there.
Like, it just looks a bit too cartoony. Am I right in saying is cartoony the words I'm going to look for?
I don't know. It kind of reminded me of the intro to the first Resident Evil game where they get cut into the people saying assassin. It's supposed to go Barry Burden, so whipping him out. But I mean, obviously, until you see sort of the in-game kind of footage, I mean, the story was always kind of similar to this kind of style. So Graphically, it looked all right. It looks like they're showing all the kind of characters at once. I don't know what this means. There's not many surprises. I don't know if they're kind of throw them all out there at once.
But like the guy coming up,
The one you
He-
don't see.
like he looks cool. No, the other guy, Bartholomew, whatever his name is, the mage type guy.
Yeah.
Not hard. I think he's the next guy coming
Oh,
up.
the Mage Killer or something.
Yeah, he just looks like a cartoon. Like he just looks like a Fable character, which is animated cartoony. And I'm like, no, this is taken away. It doesn't look like a serious game like Dragon Age should be.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I can see it from that point of view. It does look. I was thinking more like Overwatch style kind of look in some parts, but yeah, no, I get it. It sort of doesn't look as kind of serious, but
Like that there, like her character's face looks too much like it's just too cartoon animated type idea. It didn't look like the race that it's meant to look like.
yeah, I kind of get you. With the first kind of vibe on the first one was quite bleak because of the I can't remember what it's called now. The Black Ghoul,
The Blight.
Blight. That was it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it was kind of a bit more grim and kind of serious there. But I mean, we only know bits of it, just showing the people, all the crew. It's not really showing much of what's other than Defy the Gods. So until you hear more about the kind of the story and the actual gameplay footage, you don't.
But why has it had such a change?
Because maybe they kind of dropped the ball a little bit with Inquisitor. So they try.
Yeah, I mean, Inquisition won a load of Game of the Year's awards, but personally, I could not get on with it, and I know especially because Pete loves it. It's like, get out of the hinterlands. Yeah, but I don't want to get out of the hinterlands. I want it to be good before our fucking 2025, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, this one, the trailer got me in, but I'm still not quite over the last couple of games in terms of. I really enjoyed the first one, and then 2 and Inquisition just didn't do it for me at all.
But like everything you were getting from the original type idea, like from Dreadwolf, was like obviously it was going to be based around Solus. He was going to be like he was the elven god Fenharil, the Dreadwolf, and that was where it was like building towards, and it looked like really dark and gritty for the fact that one of your team members was going to be the big bad.
Yeah.
And now this new trailer, again, it's only a trailer, so we don't know. It could just be that they're showing different aspects of the game. It just makes it seem, I don't know, a bit more light-hearted type idea.
Yeah, it looks a bit lighter, but I'm happy with that. I mean, I'll quite happily play a bit more of a less serious.
Like, I see if you
RPG,
go and look at like the concept art for like Dreadwolf like, screenshots, the dark scenes look really dark, whereas I don't feel like what we just seen could. I don't feel like it can do really dark. It doesn't look like the art style and stuff like that could portray a sense of like doom.
Yeah. We could. I mean, the first one, like I said, when we were watching it, it didn't have a particularly serious art style, but it still managed to portray, like you said, a gritty and quite violent at times, like story and setting and stuff. So maybe they're going back to a bit more of that. It looks good to me. We'll see though. We'll see.
Yeah. I think it's because they've left it so long as well. They need to try and entice people to kind of come back and play it. And I think if you kept it too serious, then you're other than the loyal fan base, it's not going to pull anyone new in unless it's somewhat enticing. So that might just be kind of just smoke and mirrors to try and get people interested in it.
Yeah. It has been 9 years since Inquisition come out, which is a long time for any game, let alone something like this. Yeah, we'll see. They're coming this year. They said, although no specific date. I'm missing the end of the trailer there. So we'll see. We need to get special guest Pete on really to talk about it because he's going to be, no doubt, fully prepared and fully ready to explain everything that happened.
Either that, or he's hated it that much and he's had like an aneurysm and he will no longer be able to communicate with us.
There's also
it's coming out.
Pete, let us know if you're okay.
We also had this reveal, which I feel like Scottish Gruff Ross and I were quite high on. Atomfall. It looks like a bit of post-apocalyptic. If it helps if I actually started playing
It
them.
does help if you hit play, yes.
Bit of post-apocalyptic.
This
Almost
looks fucking
Fallout-esque,
with the robots
yeah, with the robots and the
in the
sort
Middle
of-
England.
yeah,
was it
in
Wickham?
England or
Was it Wickham?
Scotland.
Windham, sorry, that's what it is. The
Yeah.
Lake District.
Britishness. Graham, did you get a chance to watch this trailer?
I know. I don't recall seeing this one.
This looks pretty interesting because
Yeah.
again, the British setting definitely helps for us personally, but it's almost like a British Fallout-ish type game, but more action heavy rather than a sort of an RPG. Rebellion makes Sniper Elite and Zombie Army and stuff like that, or at least they're involved with them games, and it looks like a sort of a take on that, but with bow and arrows, which can't beat a good bow and arrow in a video game.
Yeah. No, I can see the appeal of this one.
Yes, it looks pretty good, and again,
Very
Game Pass
bizarre.
Day one,
What the
I
hell is
believe.
going on?
You're okay with Bizarre?
Yeah.
Bizarre works.
Bizarre,
Robots, zombies. What the hell is that going
bit of
on?
robots, bit of zombies, bit of magic, bit of bow and arrow goodness, bit of not horror necessarily, but a bit of spookiness. We're into it, and yeah, it looks pretty cool. World premiere coming to Game Pass 2025. Very excited about that one. Let
Talking
me just.
of zombies, I know what can kind of get in the bin. I thought it was a trailer for another Left 4 Dead.
You love a bit of fucking State of Decay.
Oh my god! I've seen this. If this is Left 4 Dead, I'm switching over.
You see, I'm very disappointed. We just got another CG trailer because there was no need for that. We could have quite happily got a full-on like gameplay trailer. I'm sure at this point, but as I said to Ross while we were watching, like State of Decay has always been one of them ones I should like, and I really want to play it. At least one of the other ones that are already out. I just never I've just never found the time to get into them.
Project Game Pass, baby!
Yeah, but I keep suggesting State of Decay 2 for Project Game Pass, but no one seems keen. But we can do it at some point if we've got a quiet month. But it's all like zombie survival, base building, exploration of the world, and obviously chatting to a lot of people, which I'm a big fan of, as you well aware. So you're not a big fan of this trailer then, Gray?
No, I saw the graphics look okay, sort of thing. Zombies, okay, attacking zombies, another one of these kind of games. And I saw, okay, a horde, someone gets captured and killed. I was like, oh, this smells very Left 4 Dead-y. And it said the way the zombies just come hording towards them. I was like, this better not be another Left 4 Dead. I was pretty sure that they renamed it to try and take it away from Left 4 Dead to Back 4 Blood. I said, you can call it whatever whatever. Should have been State 4 Decay. But yeah, well, I don't know. As long as it doesn't play like a Left 4 Dead stroke Back 4 Blood game, then
No.
I don't mind giving it a try. But it did look very much like it could have been a sequel for that game.
The other games are far more like survival action games. So like you go out and you scavenge supplies and you find survivors and stuff, and then you have to bring everybody back and like build your base to try and defend yourselves and stuff. Yeah. And I really like the idea of them. Like I said, I just never found the time to actually properly get into one. But I'm very intrigued to see how State of Decay 3 comes out because it's been a long time coming. And I mean, still no fucking date or indeed even gameplay, but the trailer looks pretty cool at the very least.
She stole his toy, man. That's unnecessary.
I mean, he did die quite a gruesome death, so we can let her off. They made a nice memorial for everybody who died.
But he stole from a dead guy. It's even worse. Last time something like that happened was in Bard's Tale, where the little elves come and mock you for it. It's about stealing from the dead.
Well, we can't allow that sort of behavior, can we?
Everybody RPGs about stealing from the dead.
Exactly. Loot the bodies for the win. So there were lots of other games that I'm sure we can talk about over the next few weeks and months as we get more information. Anything else you want to shout out particularly?
No.
Oh, fucking AC Shadows.
Oh,
I didn't see that.
All right, let me find the trailer for you, Graham, while Ross waxes lyrical about how good AC.
It looks so fucking good.
I thought you guys might do a chunk of Blop talk, being as you guys are interested in more than what I am.
No, fuck your blop top. Nobody cares about blops.
Yeah, I mean, it looked good, but it looks like Call of Duty, so we'll go with that.
No one cares about blobs.
Oh no, the new Assassin's Creed looked fucking incredible. It was. I know it's got some fucking hate recently because of some idiots online who shouldn't be allowed the air to breathe. Never mind fucking passing opinions on the internet.
But Ross says a black man and
Go fuck yourselves.
Shut the fuck up. Get in the bin.
Exactly.
You fucking bricks.
We were playing as a fucking iteration of Odin in the last game. Shut the fuck up, you stupid cunts.
Yeah, but that's no more realistic than.
It just looks awesome. Like you first, did you see when it first came on? You genuinely thought it was Shenmue, didn't you?
I was so excited for Shenmue. There's got to be some sort of Shenmue news, but there was no Shenmue news.
It wasn't. There was just some Assassin's Creed, but it looks like visually looks stunning. And yes, I know, Gray, you're not a big fan of stealth, but the fact that it's introduced the same sort of, we were saying during the show, Jay, the same sort of mechanics as Splinter Cell with like the light and dark, how it reacts, how people react to it, and things like that. Oh, playing as the female protagonist is going to be awesome. And then obviously you've got your character Grey that if you just want to go fucking hell for leather and fuck everybody up, you've got that option as well.
There he is, and I mean, it's been a long time since I've been even remotely interested in Assassin's Creed, but this one, I think I'm in. And it's coming soon. It's coming this year.
Yeah, it is.
Graham, I feel like you are an Assassin's Creed fan, even though you're not a
guy. Yeah, I mean, I kind of fell off with the kind of the English twins. I kind of didn't go back and finish that kind of game.
That's because that wasn't very good.
Yeah, I didn't mind Valhalla, to be fair, but
yeah.
Oh no, English twins. Sorry, you're talking way back. Yeah, you're talking way back. Sorry,
because we played some of that in co-op, didn't we? But it just wasn't.
Yeah,
it wasn't there.
And that knocked me off the train a little bit. I mean, it's a shame because I probably would have liked Valhalla and some of the other ones, but they're so lengthy to kind of go through. This time hogs at times.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that one looked like it could be interesting to play. It might be one of them that kind of gets me back in there, and who knows, might get a taste for it and go back to Valhalla at some point as well to give that another go through.
The problem with Valhalla is it's like 100 odd hours to play.
It's never ending.
But it's not same with pure stealth either.
It's not. There's no stealth in it whatsoever, pretty much.
They're more like action RPGs rather than stealth assassination games, which is what Assassin's Creed should have been. But yeah, I'm intrigued by this one. Definitely, I will play it, providing it comes at a reasonable time when I'm not playing Shenmue 4, which is obviously coming out very, very soon. Keep the dream alive. But yeah, so overall the showcase was really, really awesome. Lots of good games. The only big point which me and Ross kept pointing out, lots of very vague dates, lots of 2025s, and some just nothing at all. I think the only ones we really got dates for were Assassin's Creed. It was like 2, maybe 3 others, and the rest were either 2024 or 2025. I'd like to have seen a bit more specificity, but it is what it is at this point. It was still, they showed a lot of awesome games, a lot of new games, and a lot of updates to games, including Perfect Dark, which looked way better than I ever imagined it would do.
Missed that they're bringing out an expansion thing to Starfield and the creators lounge bit as well. That looks interesting.
So coming today is an update for with creators updates and various smaller trinkets like new bounties and new customization options of that, and then obviously Shattered Space is coming later in the year, but again no specific date yet.
Yeah. Also, there was another game that looked quite funky. The 5v5 one where that you snap the card.
Wait. Let me bring the trailer up. Graham, were you excited?
You're about to get shouty that.
Oh, make people have big heads. That was quite funny.
What's it called? Frag something, wasn't it? Frag.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was called Frag Zone or something like that. But that looks quite funny. And that was like a way to sort of level the playing field, sort of chain attacks and snapping it to obviously make people have big heads and different things. That looked quite quirky. Still sucks.
I've got the trailer. Hang on. Wait. Let me share it quickly.
He's
Yeah,
lost it.
carry on, Gray. Carry on.
But yeah, I mean, that's just a way, like, that's a better way of spicing up kind of FPS kind of games to sort of, rather than it just be people recognizing pure patterns. This rule changing means that you just don't know what's going to happen, and it kind of flips the game a little bit. So, as you can saw in the trailer, world flip, and then sort of there was chain lightning attack, so it hits more than one, and there was the big head one was the one that saw me. So that brings me back to the past, sitting like golden on big head mode and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
It doesn't look like a bad game. It just doesn't look like we don't need more 5v5 shooters. Like
no,
shooters.
that's the point. So I mean, these kind of shooters are 10 a penny. So, but it looks quite impressive graphically. It looks quite decent, and it's putting a different spin on things. So putting them have big heads, or that death's embrace, where if you shoot this kind of person, then someone else finishes them off, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it looks like it could potentially be kind of interesting.
Yeah, I mean, again, coming to Game Pass. I missed a date. I think I cut it off just short there. But was it out this year?
It's a 2025, I think, just then on the end of it.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so we've got a while to wait. But I mean, Project Game Pass sounds like a fucking perfect fit for me.
Or 5 people.
We'll give it a try with the podcast crew.
Without sounding bad, can I go back just to being a David Downer for one wee thing? Just it was
Please.
sticking in my craw. Sorry. In regards to the whole Dragon Age thing, I just want to give you like a quick example as to why I've got a bit more annoyance in regards to it. So, as I was saying in the character for the Qunari, Tash. So this is how she's portrayed in the game, the new one, right? So this is how the Qunari are looking in the new one. This is what we're used to in the older type idea. That's a big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Is
like
that-
9 years of difference.
I was gonna say, is that the dude who is in your party who wants to get it on all the time?
He's the Iron Bull, yeah.
Yeah, Iron Ball, that's the one. Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, why have we went so more cartoony?
It's an it's an early look at game. That granted, it's coming this year, but I personally, and you're probably not going to like this, I think I prefer the new style of visuals than the old one. I don't know.
But I want it to be gritty.
I'm just looking forward to playing a new Dragon Age. It's been too long.
Yeah, I want it to be dark and gritty.
You can be dark and gritty and whimsical at the same time. Or maybe you can't. Ross isn't convinced. Let us know in the comments down below whether you can be dark and gritty and whimsical at the same time.
We'll get to see gameplay reveal is coming on the 11th of June.
Yeah, so a couple of days EA's doodad they're doing. They'll show us a proper look at Dragon Age. What's it called? Sorry, the
Veilguard.
But it is Veilguard. I was going to say that, and I thought that doesn't sound like a normal word, but that is indeed the name of the game. So, well, yeah, we'll check more out. But so far, as far as I'm concerned, Xbox Showcase was pretty decent. Like I said, other than the dates being ambiguous / non-existent, it was a decent showcase. We got lots of good looks at some decent games. Indiana Jones looks pretty cool. Perfect Dark looked way better than I ever expected. Fable. Gears of War E-Day, again, no gameplay, but I'm very excited for more Gears of War. I don't care what it is. And Flight Simulator 2024.
Oh, God, yeah.
Very exciting indeed. Yes. So we'll see. We'll talk more about it. I'm sure we'll get more news and stuff as the days go on, because Summer Game Fest is still going on for a little while yet. And then when we come back, week after next, obviously next week is our Project Game Pass stream, which we will be playing some X-Defiant on youtube.com/Xbox Down Visual 8 p.m. But yeah, the week after, I'm sure we'll have plenty more news and shit to be talking about. So let's have a quick round of what we've been playing, shall we? And then we can round off this wonderful evening of video game wonder and joy. Graham?
Yes.
Tell me about a game you've been playing this week.
I have
a game.
Still been diving, well, when I can, into Baldur's Gate a little bit more. I've been away, so I haven't had a chance to play too much else. So I've managed to finish off Kennersic Fawn, that turd anyway.
Ketherick.
Yeah, Ketherick Fawn, that's the one. And yeah, the second battle was a bit more confusing than the first one because poor Karlak kind of jumped right in the front line before realizing he was invulnerable.
You didn't kill her, did you?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
She got her ass handed to her because she was trying to kill someone that was invulnerable. I didn't realize you had to sort of kill a few other people first to stop him being invulnerable.
yeah, you have to go run round and get what's her face?
The moon.
Dawn, somebody, Dame, something, Dame Ireland or something.
Yeah, Dame Mine or whatever her name is. The moon.
I thought you were going to say you killed her.
No, but that moon maiden, I thought she was another enemy, so I had to sort of shadow dog my someone over there. I was like, now I can whoop her, and then it's like, oh, help. Oh, okay.
Help.
So yeah, that obviously changed the battle around a little bit, and then obviously he's not the end bit. As soon as you do him, and a giant bloody god idol thing pops out instead.
He's the avatar for that thing, yeah.
And this giant god pops out instead, but that moon maiden just kind of extra whooped him. I just kind of added in a few extra touches, but he's now done, and now I've got to kind of do a lot of finish off all my side bits before the main Act 3 starts. So I'm just about to encroach there. I tried to go there, and it gave me a little cutscene to say, you need more people to win this war. I was like, okay, fine. And there's I'll make people in the city. I was like, oh, okay, so I don't have to find more people. And then as soon as you go there, it says, you might not be able to come back again. So you want to tie off loose ends. Okay, I guess I have to do that bit as well.
There's nothing that fears me more than
missing out on something.
This is the point of no return. Fuck, I need to go back to Act 1 and I need to do everything just in case.
Yeah, so it's that bit, just tying up the loose ends. So I don't think there's a lot that I didn't do, because I did cover pretty much every sort of inch that I could, but there's bound to be a mission I didn't kind of finish off.
Oh, there'll be something. That game's so fucking intense. There's no way you can get everything in one go.
So, yeah. But, I mean, it's pulling me back into sort of story-wise and the graphical-wise and the different kind of tailored bits that you can kind of do. And, yeah, it's... yeah, I just can't wait to jump into Act 3. Just annoying that there is always something else to sort of find
dragging you back.
Yeah, it's like, damn, almost I just want to move into Act 3. Finally kick into it.
Here we go again.
But yeah, it's cool. Enjoying it. It's still looks and feels amazing to play. So.
This is still your first playthrough, yeah?
Yeah. Because I kind of stuck, because I was kind of doing other big RPG things at the same time to try and review, and then I got stuck in because the new Star Wars came out and then went through and finished that one. And so, as I said, before I dive into that second one, I want to get Baldur's Gate 3 finished before I sort of start diving down that alley. And then a new game popped into Game Pass that caught my attention as well, Mr. Octopath Traveler 2.
I was going to ask if you were interested in playing them, because the original one was already in Game Pass and left and come back, but the sequel was just launched on Xbox and it is straight into Game Pass.
Yeah.
Am I right in saying this is the game that they made an absolute cunt of in regards to the launch? So am I right in saying that the first one wasn't on PlayStation, and then the second one they launched on PlayStation and they didn't put on Xbox?
Effectively, yeah. The original one was Switch and PC only, I think, and then eventually came to PlayStation and Xbox. And then the second one was everything but Xbox, and now it's on Xbox, but again, straight into Game Pass.
I know, I don't think the original Octopath Traveler did come to PS5, because was there not a massive big confusion about that? Or am I talking shit? Have I completely missed the boat?
I think initially, it was a shit show, but yeah, now as far as I'm aware, they're on everything.
But yeah, I just remember that because there's a lot of different stories that kind of intertwine. And I like the way it was done. They made it super hard as balls towards the end and tedious at the end. But I mean, the bits leading up to that were good fun, even if they made the ending quite tedious.
Yeah,
it's like you had to do it all in one go, otherwise it took you right back to the beginning bit of it. You have to it'd be like, I can't remember so many bosses in a row. I remember how stupid it was now. And so I hate when it encourages grinding for just to finish the end piece. That bit's quite annoying to do, especially when you've done all the different kind of mini quests and side quests that it kind of gets you to do. But yeah, I saw that and I sort of briefly started it, and then I was like, okay, I need to step back before I get into that piece and lose myself into that one. But yeah, I want to finish, and I will finish Baldur's Gate 3 before I keep sort of steering myself into other things.
Yeah, just play all the massive games at once, Green. What's up here? Just you got all the time in the world.
It's tempting. I'm trying not to. I'm trying to behave.
Yes, yeah, as you're saying, right as always, it did originally come Switch, Windows was the first two, and then console-wise, it came to Xbox in 2021. But on June 5th, 2024, the original game did come to PS4 and PS5. So it did have a bit of a gap between the two of them.
Yeah. Yes, and now we're keeping it. Square Enix have decided actually keeping games off Xbox is not a great idea. Let's put them on there as well. And then now we're getting more and more of their.
And there was sort of 18 months exclusivity for Octopath Traveler 2. It was on the Switch, PS4, PS5, and Windows from February 2023, and then just launched on Xbox.
Yeah, just come out. Surprise launch just a few days ago. So yeah, go check them out if you're interested. I did quite like the demo I played of Octopath Traveler, but again, not my cup of tea at all. So that was 2 hours. I was like, yep, I'm done.
Yep.
That's enough for me. That's enough for me. Ross, is there anything interesting this week? Wait. I want to talk about UFL first. Ross, have you played UFL?
No, I'm not subject.
Oh, I thought you played it. Sorry, I thought
No.
you'd. I thought you'd joined the bandwagon. All right, tell you what, you tell me about what you were playing, and we'll talk about UFL.
So I'll start you happy, and then I'll whittle away your happiness. Yeah, I've been playing Portal 2. My wife was shocked to hear how abusive GLaDOS is, and was like, "Is that like normal?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's GLaDOS. She's a cunt." In fairness, we did kill her in the first game, so she's got kind of a reason to be a bit of a fucking... Oh, spoilers, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, she was a bit of a cunt anyway.
She was a bit of a cunt in the first game. She probably has more reason to be a cunt in the second game. But I can't remember. It was one of the levels that has like the launch pads in it, and she has to lower the ceiling, and she's like, "Oh, you appear to have maxed the weight limitations for this platform. Go you." Oh, I also find it quite surprising that somebody who's been in cryogenic status usually sheds a few pounds. You seem to have managed to put a few on. Go you. My wife started sitting there like, what if like somebody's got like a real issue to do with that? And I was like, GLaDOS don't give a fuck.
It's so good, it's so clever, and it's so funny. Like
GLaDOS so does not give a flying fuck about your problems.
She does not, and it's just makes that very apparent.
She was just sitting there listening to it, like in sheer horror at this voice actress, and I'm like, that just shows how good the job's done. I mean, nobody likes Ramsay Bolton in Game of Thrones because he's done his job so well. This is just a voice actor making you hate a character that you really don't have any interaction with in the game because you're just doing puzzles.
Yeah.
And if somebody offers you birthday cake, say no.
Yes, the cake is always a lie.
Exactly.
Unless it's not, and in which case, enjoy your cake. So obviously you finished Portal RTX recently, I'm imagining.
Oh man, it's so nice. Just the wee Easter eggs. I started keeping my eye out for more. Remember, I said to you about the 4090 in the very first room.
Yeah.
Since I noticed like the wee different things in there, like sorry, going into like the wee side rooms where there's like broken down turrets and things like that, and they've got like NVIDIA QR codes on the back of them. I've been like keeping my eye out for like all the wee add-ons that they've put in this RTX version.
Yeah.
And I was like, I like what you've done there, NVIDIA. I like what you've done.
Indeed. But Portal 2 is way bigger than the original Portal. It's a lot...
Oh, infinitely bigger.
It's basically the same level of comedy, but expanded and done just as well. And it's just...
few different mechanics, like the goo that makes you go super fast or slows you down and stuff like that. There's
and the bounce
different... Yeah, there's different stuff added into it, but at its core, it's still very British humour, puzzle and idea, and just the Portal games are so fucking good.
Did you enjoy the opening where Stephen Merchant's character Wheatley asks you to jump, and you press A.
No,
Sorry, to
no,
ask
no,
you
no.
to- ask you
Actually,
to say apple.
yes, and
And
you
you
jump.
press
And it's
A and
like,
you jump
okay,
Okay.
okay, you've jumped.
What you've
Yep,
done is jump there. Now
yep.
try saying apple. It's,
No, you can jump though. You can jump, and that's good for you. You can jump.
it's such silly British humor, like you said, but I fucking love it. It's such a tremendous game, and I'm assuming you haven't finished it yet.
No, yeah, I only just started it yesterday. I had
By the time you get to the end, I need to your opinion on the rest of it because it gets so much better.
I can imagine I'll have it.
I won't spoil it, but it's brilliant.
I
Absolutely.
can
brilliant.
imagine I'll have it completed by this time next week. The one thing I did want to reference back to the original Portal, and it was something that I had missed, is I remember vaguely hearing you talking about the companion cube.
The companion cube,
and obviously, like,
rest in peace.
You can't take it through a certain thing, so the only option to do is throw it in the incinerator. And I was like, oh no, not my companion cube. It's helped so much. Fuck you.
Companion cube.
Fuck you, GLaDOS.
Yeah. Oh, what a great game! I know Graham loves a bit of Portal. I can see how excited he is about our enthused discussion on it. Yeah, Portal 2, incredible. The original Portal, especially with RTX, fucking incredible. If you've got the capability to play it, go and do it. And yeah, go play Portal regardless. All right, Ross, bring me back down then. Come on, you were going to say you were going to start me off high and drop me back down.
Football Manager, network save.
Sake. Why did I ask? Graham, why did I ask?
You knew it was coming.
Oh.
We are in for a belter. An absolute one for the fucking ages this season. We are just out of January. I think we're in the maybe second week of February, maybe. The league is currently sitting with a 2-point swing in Bristol City's favour. We've just recently played each other. It was a 2-0 victory to Brighton. So this is probably the first season in a fair few years that Brighton have went undefeated in the league against Bristol City. We drew
Wait, are you winning?
No, I'm sitting second at the moment.
Yeah, but did you win the matches you just
I did. I bet Bristol. Yes, cheers. I bet Bristol City at the Blackrock Stadium, and I drew with them at the Super Ashton Gate. So, as it stands, I am still sitting in second place. I've just been knocked out of the FA Cup. Played a rotated team because I'm focusing on the Champions League in the league. So Tottenham done me in the FA Cup. I have just beaten Leverkusen in the Champions League, and he's just beaten Atletico Madrid in the Champions League. The reason that we're saying that it's shaping up to be an absolute cracker is, although there is a 2-point difference in it, and he has quite a bit of better goal difference, his running includes away fixtures to Liverpool, Man United, Arsenal, and Man City, all within the last 6 games of the season. So he's got arguably the biggest clubs in the league away from home right at the tail end of the season. Annoyingly, a couple of the players that are now turning those teams around are players that we've sold to them. So his ex-striker, who was one of the up-and-comers, has been sold to Man United and has scored, I think it's 4 goals in 5 games since he signed in January. And he's got to play him away from home. Whereas my run-in, I've played all the big teams now. The only teams I've still got to play are Chelsea in the league, I think, is the biggest team I've got to play. So my run-in is infinitely easier, but he's got the points on the board. So it's like something's got to give. We don't know where it's going to go. He's just been on the receiving end of a 4-2 demolition job against Aston Villa. Aston Villa are doing brilliant in this year's save. So for him to concede 4 was a big shock. But to concede 4 against Aston Villa was not something that we seen coming. So it's shaping up to be the most entertaining end to the season in the last few years.
Yes. Whatever you just said, I'm sure was very insightful. I was listening, but I didn't understand a word.
I mean, don't get me wrong; it's nowhere near as exciting as the Tractor Boys, but it is still it is still exciting.
Yes, I know. I do enjoy your Football Manager updates. Like I said, it's nice to see someone actually excited about something they're playing for a change, and yeah, keep us updated with more Bristol City versus Brighton.
You can leave it at Brighton. It's Brighton and Hove Albion,
Okay.
but you can leave it at Brighton.
That's all right. I was afraid I was going to mess it up then. So yeah, keep us updated with Football Manager Save. But let's keep the football talk talking because I enjoy a bit of football. UFL, as we mentioned just briefly. What a pile of shit.
Yeah. It's so clunky. So unnecessarily clunky.
Is it officially FIFA licensed? Is this right?
Well, yeah.
Because it's got Cristiano Ronaldo and some other players a lot.
It's got some people. I don't know what kind of license it's got because it says some random names at times. The centre forward has the ball. So,
I must admit, every time I've played it, I've not even listened to it. I've just had some podcasts or something playing.
Yeah. No, it does say like the main stars he's got in there: Kevin De Bruyne and Cristiano Ronaldo. So every time he's on the ball, yeah, I mean, it's got some sort of commentary, so it's not a complete dead end. The graphics not greatest, but enough.
Not terrible. But for me, again, as an amateur football player, playing with the Tractor Boys recently, I've been playing a bit more EAFC, and compared to that, this is like what's the right word? The jankiest, I guess, is the right word. Like nothing flows, nothing controls as you would expect.
No.
The goalie can be tackled for some reason, then kick the ball out of his hands and then kick it in the goal. As Pete, especially as Pete shared with us,
that wasn't his clip either. I saw that was a clip of someone that had that online.
Yeah, the ball. I mean, obviously it was a massive glitch, but the ball just like did a massive 360 and shot on the goal after a penalty kick. It's only an open beta at a minute. It's just this weekend, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, the looks of it.
But again, as an amateur football game player, I should say, I thought it was pretty fucking poor. Graham?
No, I thought that. I mean, I was asking for EAFC needs a competitor to sort of help drive it forwards. The thing that took sort of FIFA stroke EAFC over sort of Pro Evo was the fact that they built that fluidity into the game where it flows like an actual football game. And there isn't that sort of jankiness that you get from this. Sort of the ball doesn't just feel like you're just running towards it, rather than it actually is being connected to you and you're sort of maneuvering it yourself.
Yeah.
So so it doesn't have that level of fluidity, but there is some things that do work. Like some of the passing does work. The goalkeeping is sort of next level for some reason. They made it stupidly hard to score certain bits. I've seen clips where just the goalie's just on fire and saving everything. And then because I'm so used to sort of the AFC, sort of the shooting, you keep thinking as long as I'm on one-on-one and sort of belt it into the corner, then it should be a goal. Not the case. Sort of those ones I tried to do didn't seem to go in. Whereas I had my back to the goal, I just turned and shot and just punted it right into the corner. And I was like, that never happens in FIFA. If you turn and shoot like that, it's just going to be a whiffed shot. You can't turn and shoot in sort of FIFA and expect it to go in, but it did in this one. And the shooting is probably the jankiest. And the only thing worse janky than that is if you try to run with the ball by pressing right trigger, it kicks the ball so far ahead that you lose the control of the ball. You don't.
Okay, all right. So I wanted to ask about that because I found that and I thought it was just me being shit. But every time I was like, why is he kicking it so far ahead? And then they get tackled. So I end up not sprinting anywhere.
Yeah, exactly that. There's no benefit to sprinting. So you just learn not to. And then if you take that bit out, it makes getting past the defenders a bit easier because if they try to run, then they go past you and completely miss you. So it's all about just trying to get in their path. So using the sprint with the ball is just a complete no-no.
Yeah.
So those kind of quirks in the game, so that needs to be kind of taken out. But like I said, not a threat at the moment to FIFA. Fun to play. Nah, it's okay. It's not game, sort of not gonna sort of scare them at the moment. But there's potential in it. We'll put it that way. Yeah. I didn't hate it as much as I did hate sort of Pro Evo when it turned into eFootball. That was next level kind of rubbish.
Yeah.
But Yeah, but there needs to be that kind of potential. I know 2K have kind of been licensed now to bring out the next FIFA when that happens.
Yeah.
But there needs to be more sort of football competition to sort of take EA off their little pedestal and make them work a bit harder to keep improving things.
And the thing with UFL is it's going to be a free to play game that I imagine is going to be updated constantly, which is kind of what we would expect from EAFC or FIFA.
But that's what they
whatever,
said
right?
about eFootball. eFootball is exactly the same model, but that played like heck.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they can get the feel of the game right
Yeah,
and have it free to play, or even if it's like a subscription type game, they might then convince EA to be like, actually, rather than releasing a new game every year, we should just release one, update it every 6 months, 12 months, whatever, and just have it as a live service, as everybody's so fond of now.
yeah,
That sort of game, any sort of sports game like that, as we've mentioned in the past.
I would love for that to happen. It will never happen.
Not what they can make money by selling effectively the same game again. But even if we don't need to get into the business specifics because I'm not a businessman in the slightest. But a yearly update of get the season update for 40 quid once a year, and then incremental updates throughout the year. That they'll make the money as well as the Ultimate Team bollocks as well.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to spend too long on football, but I've been playing a bit of EAFC by my manager
Yeah.
season. The Tractor Boys. I'm on game 5 now. So I've just played game 4, I think. And I'm up to professional difficulty.
Oh yeah!
Check me out. I've got 1 red card so far. I've got 1 red card against me. And my first game is up on youtube.com/Export Tavern Official, which you can watch right now. And so far, as much as it pains me to say, I'm slightly enjoying playing it. Like just because it's something different. Like I've got lots of other games I should be and I have been playing, which I can't talk about yet. But it's been a nice I've got 20 minutes. I'll tell you what, let's have a quick game of EAFC and knock out a game and play against it. I've no idea who I've played against. I've no idea any of my players. I barely know the team I'm playing as. But it's just been a nice palette cleanser in between other games. Just play one game here and there. I've won every game except for the one I played today, which I drew. And I'll keep updating the videos and stuff. I'm going to live stream every so often. I'd like to get you guys on to join me for a live stream every now and then, just to sort of commentate on how I'm doing or give me some tips and tricks. But I'm going to sort of make some highlight reels of the other games I'm playing in between. But so far, I'm winning some sort of amount. I don't really understand the rules or regulations. I made some team changes earlier on when I played. At halftime, I swapped out some players. I don't know if it did any good. Probably not because I've conceded the goal. But I thought I'd try it anyway. But every now and then I get a message like, "There's player transfers," and I'm not interested. B. A. Right, play. And yeah, I'm enjoying the basic premise of playing it, even though if I'm not properly getting invested in actually being a manager and playing to my strengths and weaknesses and stuff like that.
I recognise one of your players, that guy you scored with, that one you posted up. That was Kiefer Moore. I think he's the giant whale striker.
He is indeed, yes.
Is that one of the clips I shared with you earlier on?
Yeah, where you sort of curled it in for a thing. So
literally have no idea who the hell I'm playing at all.
I don't know if you picked up on it in the group chat, as I mentioned, but Lorenzo Luca, the boy that scythed you doing, got the straight red card for Udinese. He is a Brighton and Hove Albion legend. He was in fact, he probably was the first player that I ever had in the Brighton team for my save. I got him, I think, as 17 or 18-year-old from Pisa. And because he was on like a youth contract, I got him for compensation, so like £350,000. And he's only just left the club in the last pre-season. So you've featured a Brighton and Hove Albion legend from the network save as well on it.
I'd say it was intentional, and I'd say I understood what you just said.
I'm trying to work out why you're playing Udinese. That's what I couldn't work out.
Yeah.
I mean, I've literally just pressed the A button until I can kick a ball, and I've no idea what the hell.
Are you actually playing the career?
I am playing a career. I
It must
should
be a
be.
friendly or something.
Yeah,
I
but see
should
the
be paying-
Champions Cup.
Oh,
I should be paying more attention to what's going on.
That's
but
why I was confused. I was like, why is he playing in the Champions? How fucking far? Is he
Yeah.
like 6 seasons in?
I'm just hitting the A button until something happens.
but yeah, the
and,
fact you're on
yeah.
professional is quite good. If you're
doing
winning
well.
on
You're
professional,
doing well.
that's better than sort of a lot of sort of pick up and play people can actually do.
I mean, like, if I'm playing Ultimate Team, for example, I'll play it on World Class. Is that the next one up?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, so if I'm playing squad battles, I'll play it on World Class. And then if they're low enough rated in regards to like the squad, I'll jump up to legendary. But World Class is what my sort of go-to setting is to play the game.
Yeah.
So you're only one step behind what I play on.
Yeah.
Same for me as well.
Like I said, like semi-pro wasn't easy, but it was easier than I expected. So I thought at least let me give myself a bit of a challenge rather than just sort of coasting through. Not that I was smashing them, but like I want a bit more of a hard time about it. So I thought I'd knock it up a bit. And
professional is actually a sneaky difficulty because it's not like it's that much harder. With semi-pro, it looks like they deliberately don't shoot to score. It's like if they get through, they don't tend to like they're trying to score. Professional, they hog the ball. They don't go anywhere forwards, but they infuriate you. So you might get a couple more reds that way because they love to hold the ball and never sort of make an attack. And that's really it irritates me when I play professional. So give me the bloody ball back. They just play keep ball with it a lot. Yeah, world class is a bit more end to end, so you get a bit more out of it. But yeah, you'll find out if you ever get to that point. But professional,
well,
I think.
I mean, I might knock it up
challenge.
anyway. I might knock it up anyway just for shits and giggles, see how we get on, because I'm not bothered about where I end up. I just want to enjoy the challenge, as it were. And again, so far I have been enjoying it pretty much as I expected to, / slightly more. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to be like a die-hard EAFC Ultimate Team player anytime soon. But
did you remember the 1-2 pass mechanism, Jay?
Absolutely not. I know the Y button is a through ball, and that's what it does me.
No, you hold the left bumper and you press A. So when you pass, your player makes a run through. So that's needed.
See, I remember that now you say it, but I haven't used it once yet. I will. Okay. I will use it. I'll promise.
That will help you get to the next level because that mechanic itself becomes vital because your 7 players on run. That and just tapping left bumper with people ahead of you because it makes them make the run ahead of you.
Yeah, that's the big one. Like, see if you can like force people to start making moves.
See, that's one of the things that I don't want to get too deep into it because we'll be going too long as it is. But trying to find the because I found a lot of times I'm running ahead and there's no one there.
Yeah.
So now I know left bumper.
An LB and that's you're on.
That's the tips and tricks. So when I play my next game, which will probably be in a few days, I'll remember that the left bumper is my grace and savior, and it will sort me out.
Because then you can start work on holding the left trigger and passing, where you do fancy flick moves instead.
Yeah, no, we're nowhere near yet. I've got to work out.
You'll get there.
I've got to make sure I get the salmon down first, and then after that, then we can figure out the actual ins and outs of passing and technical aspects of it.
Exactly.
But yeah. Anyway, that was way longer on football fucking nonsense than we ever should be playing.
We're slowly roping you in, Jay.
Slowly, very, very slowly. Oh, see, this is a stupid thing. I've always enjoyed, to a point, playing football games. I just don't like football.
Give it to the end of the year.
Yeah, it's not happening. It's not happening. I think watching Welcome to Wrexham has helped because I enjoyed it.
Jay's rocking up in a fucking Ipswich top.
Yeah. Up the tractor, boys. Anyway, we've been going quite long. Has anyone got any games that have been playing this week that they would like to shout out before we sort of wrap up a little bit?
I'm good.
I'll briefly touch on the one I'm kind of reviewing, but only briefly because it's not massively fun. And that's the Wizardry Proving Grounds of the Mad Overlord. It's kind of a retouched up of the old point and click kind of adventures, and even just like text based adventures. It's kind of adding a graphical display onto that, and Graphically, I mean, it's not amazing, but I mean, the fact it's trying to sort of bring visuals to what was the kind of a text-based kind of adventures, and it's completely randomly generated each time you kind of go into the maze. That's quite fun, but there's no sort of difficulty edge to it. There's no hand holding. So if it's entirely random that you could go in with a party, your first encounter is just a team of hard sort of enemies, and then you just get bummed straight away, and then you're down, and that's it. All of your sort of team are dead, and then you have to sort of either recover their bodies with another party. You got to start again from the kind of beginning, and you have to earn gold to kind of sort of revive them, to sort of reuse them again. And much as you like it, Jay, it's sort of turn-based kind of attacks.
Is it grid-based movement by looks of the trailer here?
There's no well, it's kind of you're moving in blocks, grid-based kind of.
Yeah. See, I played a game, I can't remember the name of it now, which looked really awesome, and as soon as I started playing, I was like, fuck's sake. It's grid-based, and I can't go with that at all.
So this is almost essentially in roguelike in a way, but it's the fact that you have to literally fight a little bit, get the gold, and then just get back out. Fight a little bit, get a gold, and then when you see it, sort of the next weaponry is like cost a fortune for like a +1 of damage. I was like, what's the point of that?
Yeah.
I was like, you just have to keep dipping your toe into it to come back out, because I managed to fluke my way to get to the second floor. Walked about 3 doors in, and then just got absolutely owned by sort of the enemies in there. I was like, what's that about? You can't even progress very well. And then sort of having dead people in your teams a pain in the butt, having to revive them each time, because you can't just like escape. You have to go all the way, find your way back. And it does it so your memory doesn't memorize the whole pattern back. So although it sort of progresses and shows the map, after a while, you don't know where you are on the map. So you have to cast a spell to sort of say, that's where you are, that's where you need to get back to. But some of the doors are like hidden. So you kind of have to sort of memorize the pattern for it to try and get back out. And whilst you're trying to get back out, you're still fighting at the same time. And so the randomness is fine. It's just, very high sort of difficulty on it. And it encourages you to keep dipping in and out to sort of level up, get gold, and get better before you can sort of progress to the next floor. That's how you're supposed to do it. But I just don't like that you have to crawl all the way back to sort of get out, level up, buy equipment, and go all the way back into it again and try and find your way back up to sort of the next floor. It's just, I understand sort of upspuffing old kind of games, but that it just got a bit tedious. But I mean, looking at other people's reviews on it, they seem to be loving it. So maybe it's just I'm not getting it.
It strikes me as one of them games where, again, like we said about some of the other games earlier on, like you're either into it or you're not.
Yeah.
I
tried. I tried to get into it, but it's
But Digital Eclipse do a lot of good work with like I said, upspuffing games and remaking games and stuff. It's just So, if the game's not for you, it doesn't matter how much you upspuff it and remake it. It doesn't matter, does it?
No. But
I don't know if you guys checked out much of the Summer Game Fest stuff, but I think this is them as well.
I saw them raving about this.
And this looks fucking awesome. This is Power Rangers, Rita's Rewind.
Is this the one that was it? Who was it? Was it AJ that said in Discord that he needs this game in his life?
Yeah, basically.
Oh wow!
It's like 2D
Streets of Rage.
Streets of Rage. Turtles. What's it called? Shredder's Revenge.
Rita Repulsa.
So we got Rita's Rewind. It looks incredible, and obviously you can't hear the audio right now. But it's got a proper awesome rendition of the Power Rangers theme going on, and it's like a proper Sega Saturn / PS1 style game. Looks incredible. I'm very excited to play this game.
Did you just say it had an awesome remake of the original theme song, and you didn't include the audio in this tab?
Let me see if I can wait. Let's start the trailer again. Here we go.
Yeah, fucking have on yourself, Jay.
It's got all of them in it. There's no Green Ranger here or White Ranger, but we can bring him in. And it looks incredible. The sort of 5-player co-op, 2D action, brawler action. It looks amazing. And we love that theme tune. It's like proper nostalgia.
I remember walking to yours, going to school. You used to always have this on.
Yeah, damn right.
I know. I'm a tad younger than you, but the shape of Power Rangers on my life was like.
I don't see you got a Funko Pop of him, you turd.
It certainly looks like it.
Jason.
Oh no! Oh no!
He's whipping more Funkos out. Zach and Billy, or is that? I can't see. I saw Zach.
Oh no, they're both Zach.
Both 2 Zachs.
Yeah, I've got the perilescent actual form, and then I've got the actual
Kimberly
character of both
Kimberly.
of them.
Now, real life Kimberly. Yeah, that was a young awakening for young Jamie.
It was definitely a young awakening for myself.
I was making sure Ross hadn't awakened on the cover of it.
To round it out.
Tommy,
Green Ranger / White Ranger. What a tremendous time.
I do also have a yellow Ranger upstairs, but my daughter kidnapped it because she liked the yellow one and was like, mine!
Yeah, she can keep the yellow Ranger. We need the Pink Ranger, the Blue Ranger, and Tommy is Green / White Ranger.
So we've got... there you go, Jay. Make you nice and happy.
Oh yes. Bring on the Kimberly. She was
Amy Jo Johnson, whatever it was.
Yes, it was
a formative moment in young Jamie's life.
But yes,
as much as old Jamie's.
As much as I'm a little bit younger than you, Jay, Power Rangers was very much a fucking staple everyday viewing in my life.
And that game looks incredible. Like I said, like the original, like the Turtles game that come out recently, as well as obviously Streets of Rage and stuff like that.
I know you're completely against TikTok, Jay. I know, but you probably won't have seen it. There is a girl on TikTok, Mia Sano, I'm sure her name is. You probably will find her on YouTube if you don't want to go.
I'm sure she's lovely, but TikTok is
She has an electric violin, and she plays the theme song for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and holy shit! I need to try and find this. You talk amongst yourself. We'll come back to Power Rangers.
We'll talk about it. So Power Rangers. There was lots of other stuff showing off at Summer Games Fest, Graham, including Ken, which is a realistic Jasant, which I know you're very excited about. There was lots of other interesting stuff showing off there. It was like 2 hours. It went on for a bit, and there was a few moments. As I said to Ross, there was a trailer one. I can't remember the name of the game now, but it was a really awesome anime, explosive action, fast-paced, high action, really exciting trailer. Like I was like, this looks awesome. And then the guy come out and goes, "This game, Battle Aces, that was it. Battle Aces is a real-time strategy game." I was and it just slowed everything right down. Oh man, that the trailer you had was so awesome, and now you've got a game
burn it with an RTS.
Yeah. But we got Alan Wake 2 DLC. We got I mean, my memory is failing me right now because it's late and I've had lots of rum. So it was a good show, but not the best show in the world. I feel like the Xbox One did a bit of a better job of showing us some more awesome stuff. Even again, a lot of the stuff not coming out until next year at the very least. Have you seen anything particularly exciting over the last few days of coming out of Summer Games Fest?
I didn't even see it. I didn't see it.
Oh, outrageous. But yeah, there's lots of interesting news coming out and lots of previews. And I'm sure there'll be lots of hands-on that will come out in the next few days as people get a chance to write them up. We've got some. I can't get myself in trouble. We got a preview coming up very soon, which I've been playing, which is very good, which I think is at Summer Games Fest. Which you keep an eye on xboxtavern.com.
Is it one we were talking about before the show?
It's not. It's something else entirely, and it's very, very good. I don't think it'd be Graham's cup of tea at all.
When can we talk about the one that we want to talk about?
In like a week and a half. So yes, we got a while to talk about some of the games I'm playing. Like I said, I've been playing a lot this week, but nothing I can tell you about, unfortunately. So except for actually, I'll tell you what, I'll jump in while Ross is still searching up his thing here. I've been reviewing a steering wheel. You know, I love a good racing game / peripheral experience. We're reviewing the Moser Racing R3 steering wheel for Xbox. It's their first foray into console.
Is that the three-piece one? The one with the steering wheel, the gear stick, and the pedals?
No gear stick. It's steering wheel and pedals. I also got sent the clutch pedal as well, which I haven't played any games that have actually made use of it because I wouldn't use it anyway because I'm shit, and B, it's sturdy, but not something I would use. And it's a really, really good bit of kit, actually. It's very arcade-like. So I reviewed, what's that called? The Thrustmaster T248, I think it's called, many years ago.
Such a bad name.
Yeah.
And this one is much more similar to like the arcade experience. Like the force feedback is proper strong. I was playing Wreckfest with it over the past few days, and smashing into the cars and breaking shit. The wheels fucking flying around, and it's like proper. Actually, takes effort to hold it back rather than letting it spin out. And I've been playing Forza and Dirt. Is it Dirt Rally?
Yep.
And what else I played? Daytona, 360 game, keeping it modern. And really, it's a really, really good wheel. My review will be up very, very soon. I need to write it up, and then I'm going to do a video review of it as well. But it's an impressive bit of kit, certainly, especially if you're into your racing games. I've only got this flimsy table that this laptop's on right now. But if you've got a proper racing rig, I think this will be one that you'll really, really enjoy.
That's something that's on my sort of to buy list, is an actual rig to fit my wheels and my pedals too. Because like I've got the desk, like a solid big bit of wood, but you're not in a driving position sitting on a gaming chair at your desk and things. I just feel like it's not right. So I know Logitech do a rig type idea, but I was going to speak to special guest Peaks. I think he's got a rig, hasn't he?
Yeah, I don't know what one he's got, but he's got one that you
find
can
it
fold away and put away.
Yeah, because that's ideally. I'm not too bad for space as such in my office, but if it was able to like collapse and then thrown in one place, that would be.
Yeah, because where I am, the only problem with it, it's the same as any wheel, is that the pedals they got a really good grip on them actually. Like they're really solidly made, like metal pedals, and not plastic or anything. And the grips underneath are really good, but on carpet, when you get into it, especially something like Wreckfest where you'll get thrown around, they do slide and move around a little bit. And so if I had something where they could stay in place, it would be fucking perfect. And they're really it's a really good bit of kit. And I need something to hold it in place a bit better. But so far, fucking awesome. Like I said, my review will be up very, very soon on xboxdammer.com. And I'll show some videos and some pictures and stuff. And yeah, look out for that very, very soon. Ross, have you found what you're looking for?
He's on mute, but we'll see. Ross, we can't hear you.
I won't give you the full 4 minutes 40, but I will give you the start off to it, and then if you enjoy it, you can jump over and have a listen by yourself. But it's just fucking, it's everything my childhood should be. I'm real hoping I've put the audio on for this. I can't remember if I have or not.
Oh, yes, you have.
There we go. Is it loud?
No, fine by me.
Turn it down a wee bit there.
Basically, we're going to turn into a Power Rangers fan cast.
Yeah.
Skip ahead a minute or so. Give us a taste of the actual, like the main hook.
I need to try and find it.
That's very impressive so far already. Covers Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Violin.
But there's that, and she also does the old theme song for the original animated X-Men.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Which sounds fucking awesome on it as well.
Well, we shall explore more of her content, I'm sure, at some point very, very soon. But yeah, that was awesome. I love a bit of Power Rangers theme
Oh, you
music.
can't be a bit of Power Rangers.
You know, I love theme music in general, but Power Rangers is fucking top tier stuff. But before we go too long talking about 90s nostalgia, which Ross wasn't even born for yet,
Hey, I was 89.
should we do a bit of rounding off of the show, because we were going a while, and obviously we did the pre-show watching Xbox Showcase itself. Graham, I'm going to ask you, and I hope you're prepared, even though I know you've been away this week. What's your best pull?
There was a couple, and I forgot to even send it to you. I managed to, well, this is before the Euro stuff came out, but I managed to get the team of the season, Robert Lewandowski, who's pretty highly rated. I think he's at 96, 97. He was pretty juicy pick.
Yeah.
And then not far after him, I managed to get the Ikai Gondwan team of the season one as well, who's also pretty juiced. I think he's about 96, I think as well.
So when you say team of the season, obviously for a layman like me,
yeah,
does that include stuff like Thunderstruck Kicker or whatever it was?
Yeah, they're just the different promotions of the time. So, So the team of the season, obviously, at the end of the season, all the best players in each of the leagues get a highly juiced up card with kind of extra stats, and that's the Robert Lewandowski one. He's 95, and then the other one was the Gonda one. So I mean, look at that now. Though he goes for like less than 100.
I was going less than 100, man. That's mental.
It's crazy now. And the Gonda one.
Nice wee pairing if you've got a La Liga team.
It is. So yeah, managed to sort of pair them two together. So with the obviously the Lauren James from the last pool as well. So that's the sort of helps put a front line with those ones. And I managed to get, now that the Euros kind of pull out, I've managed to get the Almiron Euros pool. So that was pretty.
That's currently my best card.
Fancy.
I've done Adam Meada, Celtic player, or was last season on loan. Hopefully going to sign him. I seen he was applicable to go into one of the evolutions.
Yeah.
So I thought, fuck it, that's what I'm doing. And I ended up with a 94 rated striker, so I was like, I'm not going to fucking complain at that.
Every day.
That'll do me.
But from the newest promotion, the Eurostars one, I've managed to pull Almiron twice, which is a little bit annoying, but at least one of them was tradable.
You got Almiron?
Yeah, he's a Eurostar. He's like 94 rated or something.
Why?
I don't know why. It's because at the Euros, the Copa America one is going off at the same time. South American tournament.
Because that didn't make any sense.
Yeah, so there's a juiced up.
Is that the one? Is it the 93?
One,
the Copa America Path to Glory person.
Yeah, so there's a couple of those cards as well. So because there's a Bentancur that I'd like to get. But
like, look at that, 93 rated with 3 different fucking play styles.
Yep. There's just so many different ones out now, so it's hard not to get a juiced up team and ultimate team.
And that's 41,000.
Yeah, yeah. There's so many sort of high profile cards. It's sort of.
And there's your Bentancur as well.
Yeah.
He's obviously he's holding his value, so that's fair play. But
I know even Sun's dropped down to like 300,000. I'm currently sitting on about 650,000 coins. So
340.
Yeah, so he's one I'm sniffing at thinking about getting just because I want him. But as they're all sort of dropping in price considerably, it almost seems a bit pointless. But yeah,
it's that time of the year in FIFA, though, isn't it? It's like, let's see what super teams you can get.
They go promotion heavy at the end. They just thought every pack's just got one over them in, and everyone just starts flopping out left, right, and centre. They're not far away from doing that. Usually, it's like the precursor before the new game comes out. So I think we're about a month away from that, because I know the newest one's usually at the end of September. So yeah, probably when you hit sort of July, August, they start throwing them out left, right, and centre. But yeah, those are my best recent pools anyway.
Nice. Well, we keep up to date with them, and you reckon? Are we going to see EAFC 25? Do you reckon?
I'll be very surprised if they didn't. Because
No, you'll definitely see that.
the pack open. EA just making tons off the pack openings. People spend fortunes on that, and there's people that just pay to watch people do it as well. It's mental.
Yeah.
So
why not pay to watch someone else do something that's not very interesting in the first place, eh?
Well, it's only interesting for you yourself. I don't get the jollies out of watching someone else do it. I don't get that kind of buzz.
I can see EAFC 25 Jay having a full Ultimate Team based solo on Ipswich.
Yeah.
I've got to finish this fucking season first with whatever I got now, and then worry about the next game. But we'll worry about that.
Comes out, Jay.
That's not happening. We'll be lucky to finish the full season before then. But we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I am enjoying the sporadic games I'm playing to a degree, only because it's something a bit different in between other stuff that I've been playing that I can't tell you about yet, but I will very, very soon. And speaking of which, Ross,
Yes, sir.
tell me about stuff coming to Game Pass.
I can indeed. So we've had a few out this month already. Both the first two are June 4th, which was Firework and Rolling Hills. June 6th, we had Octopath Traveler and Octopath Traveler 2. June 12th, we've got Depersonalization. June 13th, we've got Izonzo. Am I right in saying that's been on something before?
Yeah, Jay
It hasn't, but we've played it.
Yeah, that's what it was, yeah. So that's coming June 13th. Also coming June 13th, the Callisto Protocol, which should have been the next Dead Space, but it fell on its face. And June 18th, the one that I am desperately waiting for, Still Wakes the Deep.
Very excited to play that one. It looks really, really cool. We'll see. I can't see what the date is right now. I looked at the time.
It's the 9th.
Okay, so we've got 9 days. We got plenty of time to wait to see how that is. But yeah, looking forward to that one. And then stuff leaving, I'm going to run through that very, very quickly, even though the list hasn't been updated. Graham, have you got anything else you'd like to tell us about while I very quickly look at the list of stuff leaving?
Yeah, very briefly, whilst down in Devon, I just quickly whipped out Bomberman to do a giant 64 battles, and I was much annoyed to only get second in my first game.
What? Second?
Not even because the other guy beat me, but because the falling blocks, if you get hit by a falling block, it's instant death. Not even like you get like 2 hits anyway, but it's instant death if you get hit by one of those blocks.
I still remember when Ian beat you. I have vivid memories of Ian beating you. That's the only experience I've had of Bomberman with you.
But
I beat Graham once, and I will ride that high until the end of time.
Yeah, that's fine. I played it twice more and won both times, so still haven't lost it.
Jay, while you're getting up that list, just because I know it's an important public consumer announcement that we forgot to mention, during the showcase, Xbox did announce that there will be 3 new Series X and S consoles coming in 2024. So we have a 1 terabyte all-digital Xbox Series S in the Robot White. The original black one that was 1 terabyte has been out for a while now. Prices are all in dollars at the moment, so that's $349.99 for that. A 1 terabyte all digital Xbox Series X in Robot White, which does look lovely, but I don't feel like I really need to spend $450 on the exact same consoles I've got to have no disc slot and in Robot White.
And white.
Exactly. And last but not least, there is a 2 terabyte special edition Xbox Series X in Galaxy Black, which is price pointed at $599.99. Does have the cool sort of white and green paint speckled effect through it with like a green stand, and then the controller that comes with it has that paint speck with the back grips and the sort of Xbox green as well. Saying that will all be available in selected markets as of holiday 2024, but no regional pricing as of yet.
It look cool, and if you haven't got one Xbox yet, they're probably the best way to go. But for us personally, we obviously already have Xboxes. No real need to upgrade. unless they shit the bed.
I would like them
entirely.
to launch the next gen with a digital only option with a lower price point, like what PlayStation did with the PS5.
Yeah,
Because I feel like I would definitely be more. I don't have any physical games.
yeah. No, I
So
think the Series S is great, but like you said, something similar power, but just no disk drive. Happy days. I'll buy that all day long at this
yeah,
point.
much prefer
Um,
that.
yeah, yeah. A few years ago, maybe not, but now I own I think maybe 4 games on disc, and that's ones I've been sent, not ones I've been bought. So yeah, bring on the digital future, even if it's gonna eventually bite us in the ass. Anyway, games that are leaving Xbox Game Pass, the wonderful service of digital games only. Bramble, the Mountain King, High on Life, which was a big get for Game Pass originally. Rune Factory 4 special, Space Lines from the Far Out, and The Bookwalker, which Ian was playing recently and said he's really enjoying. They're all leaving June 15th, so you've got a few days to go check them out should you wish. I hope he's finished Bookwalker because obviously he's away for a few weeks, so it'd be a big shame for him to come back and be like, "Oh, it's gone out of Game Pass." But yeah, we'll see. So go check them bad boys out while you still can. As we said in the show while we were talking, there was no surprise drop of Activision games coming to Game Pass.
Yeah, I thought we would get a wee turn of that as well.
I was hoping for at least some CODs or some Singularity or Tony Hawk's or something along those lines into Game Pass. As of now, but nothing at all. Maybe they're saving that for next year or later in the year or something. But yeah, it'd be nice to get a bit more. I mean, when they had World of Warcraft playing, we were expecting it to, Game Pass add World of Warcraft subscription in there, even if it wasn't the full shebang, just the classic version. But it was just, was it the World's End or something? Like that?
Yeah, world something. World war in itself.
Something like that. But it was and then again a great trailer with no gameplay.
War within. That's what.
War Within. Sorry, there we go. But yeah, so overall, rounding it off, things that we enjoyed this evening were a lot of stuff, a lot of games. Gears, Life is Strange, 30, Expedition 33. What was the Souls like one you mentioned?
There was a couple. The fucking hell, man.
Flintlock.
Flintlock, but there was another one as well. Flintlock, Siege of Dawn, and the Wu Chang was the other Souls-like one as well.
Yeah. So yeah, lots of really good games. It's a shame we didn't get any firm dates either this year or next year. A lot of it was either 2024 no date or 2025 or nothing at all, which was slightly underwhelming. But in terms of what we were shown, the games look really good. Stalker 2, which I don't think we talked about earlier on, looked really cool coming this year. And obviously, like I said, Life is Strange. Indiana Jones coming this year as well. Looks really cool. So yeah, so it was good, but we could have had a bit more in terms of specificity, in terms of dates and stuff like that. Any thoughts from you two before we round off?
Well,
solid enough show. It could have been better.
Yes, I feel like that's the general gist of the Summer Games that's best so far. Lots of good stuff. Just a bit more would have been ideal, but I mean, it's a tumultuous time. People are losing their jobs left, right, and center. So we'll take what we can get, and we'll enjoy the games we do get to play, as well as all the stuff that's coming to Game Pass, day in, day out. But for now, I'm a slightly inebriated Jamie. You can find me at Inexan. You can find Ross.
Scottish Gruff.
And you can find Graham.
At Graham Reaper.
We will be back next Sunday at 8 p.m.
Ish! For a little bit of X Defiant.
For our X Defiant stream, which we will play with the three of us, hopefully with Millie Manning if he's back from his excursion to Malaysia. And maybe Lady's favourite Daniel or Special
I
Pete
thought you were at Special Guest Pete. You've not a
we,
snowball
we,
chance in
we
hell of
might
that
get,
happening.
we might be able to convince him to come and join us for an hour or two to play some X Defiant. And then we're back for a regular pod the week after. talk about the news, etc., etc. For now, goodbye. Be good to each other and enjoy all of the games that we're going to see.
All the games.
Very well.
Bye.